Well, a very good evening, everyone, and welcome to Delta T Racing. It's Thursday night, and as always, it's time for Division number 2. This week coming from Belgium, so Spa-Francorchamps for round number 9. So 4 rounds left, including the one that we are on. So pretty much down to the critical last few races of the season. As we saw by the table, J5 Gaming leading the table, but lost out a little bit last week, losing some points to Kazingle. So it's hotting up a little bit. In fact, we're just popping up. As you can see, we've just got 5 points between the top two. Also, Pipkey not out of it, 100 points, 17 points behind Johnny. Then we drop down to Riker on 63, Summers 61. Summers pick out some good points with a podium last time out, second place if I remember rightly. Moss Isley in 6th, Bogowski 7th, 8th is Hummer, 9th Habit Connor, and rounding out top 10 is Andre. So really the top 3 have kind of broken away a little bit in the championship, but it only takes a decent race by someone like Riker or Summers and the top 3 not to have a good race, and they could be straight back in it again. Okay, let's see who the first person out is going to be. I think it is. Is it Red Bull? Is it Johnny? Yeah. So Johnny is going to be the first driver to set a lap for us tonight. Stay on board with him. I just need to move a logo a little bit if I can. Okay. Right, so Johnny now just about to start the first timed lap of the session. So here we go down into turn number 1. Got the Red Bull very close up his backside as well. I'm not quite sure who is that in the Red Bull. It's Summers. So Summers really is on the back of Johnny now. Is there going to be a tow given here? No, he wasn't giving him a tow. So they are both on a fast lap. Just seems a little bit weird to be quite so close together. I would have backed off a bit if I was Summers. But we will see. So we're on board with Summers, but obviously we're looking at Johnny really in front as the first one to set a time. As long as there are no invalidations, we'll jump back on and go external camera. But yeah, pretty close together, the Red Bull family there. Okay, so Johnny coming round to Campus and through Stavelot. So along here round the left-hander of Blanchimont. And then we'll be heading up into the chicane where so much time can be made and lost. Pretty good for an overtaking spot as well, as is the end of the Kemmel Straight. So let's have a look. Johnny is going to put on the board a 43.845 and pretty much exactly the same time by Summers. Bog going 4/10 quicker straight away there. So a good opening session there from Bog. Jack, I think, just coming round. We'll see what time he's going to put on. Pipkey with a 43.3 taking provisional pole position. Jack with a 43.8, so 5th position for him. Got Calais 45.154. One of the kick salvers coming over. I'm not sure which one it is. One's just starting and I think one's just finishing a lap. So composite 46.515 currently the slowest time, but still a long way to go in here. We're just going to jump Habit Connor, who jumps up into 8th with a 144.6. We have Mercedes of Brother Adam, 44.8 into 17th position. We've got an Alpine, I'm not sure if it's a Pombear or it was an LD Rush, so LD Rush up in the 743.894. Okay, we have McLaren coming over now, which is Riker, obviously 4th in the championship. We'll want to look at making a dent on those ahead of him. But 45.3 in 12th position at the moment. Tiny Penguin reserving for us tonight. Got 2 reserves in tonight. Nathan in the Williams and Tiny Penguin in the Ferrari. So obviously they'll be scoring points for Cadillac, which is what we're doing this year, rather than having them scoring points for the team. The reserves actually score points for the Cadillac team. So although they'd be driving a Williams and a Ferrari respectively, they won't actually be scoring any points for them. Talking of Williams, it'd be lovely to see Calais get a point tonight. Williams so far without a point in the championship. It'd be lovely to see Calais get a point tonight. So we'll keep an eye on him and see how he progresses through qualifying. But right, okay, on a lap, the Katsis looks like he's just starting. Somebody there just jumped straight up and I wasn't quite sure who that was. I think they're piling up into 9th position. So Lekatsis and Nathan, the only 2 without a time against their name. So who's going to be first? Nathan is going to be first, but he has invalidated. Lekatsis' lap is so far valid, so we'll see what time he can pop on the board. Everybody else pretty much coming into the pits now, put on a fresh set, go out for a second run, and perhaps come back and get a 3rd run if they have time. Okay, it does look like we are going to have a dry qualifying and race. But we will see. Okay, so Lekatsis now is coming to the end of Sector 2, 16.977. Obviously doesn't have a relative time to compare that against. But a purple Sector 2 if the track map is to be believed. Now obviously with more rubber going down, the track does get faster and faster as we get into qualifying session. 8 minutes gone already. Comes Lekatsis around the final turn. What time can he pop on the board? And it's a 45.990, so 16th. Skipper, I think he's on an out lap. Pombear back into the pits. So is Lekatsis, not Lekatsis, yeah, Lekatsis on a lap. Was Skipper on a lap? No, he's into the pits as well. So right, everybody out at or in at the moment, other than this group who are now going out onto their second run. We have Pipke, we have Bogorovsky, J5 Gaming, he's very close behind Pipke. So the 2 of them going out again together, but this time Johnny behind. I think he'll allow a little bit more daylight. Summers, I think, is behind Johnny. And then just behind him, I think, is Connor. So yeah, they're all pretty bunched up again. Just need to make sure they give each other enough space. But yeah, it certainly looks like the whole Red Bull family are there on the track going through Sector 2. Bolt is going to be the first one to go for an improvement, so we'll stay with him. Lekatsis just about to come into the pits, I think. Into the pit, so Lekatsis will be putting a fresh set of tyres on. So Bogorovsky starting his second flying lap. Stay on board with him as he comes down to turn number 1, obviously La Source, and heading down the hill. Let's see how he gets on going through Eau Rouge and Radion. Absolutely flat DRS activation zone now. So down the straight again, this is one of the better overtaking positions during the race, just into the right-hander here. So Bog with a purple sector 1. I don't know what people behind him have got. We'll find out when they get there, to be honest with you. So quick pit key. Pit key's got a purple sector 1 now. Okay, but sticking with Bogorovsky, who is going to be the first to cross the line and see if he can improve on his 43.471. Doesn't need much, just 0.13 would put him onto the front row, or onto the pole position. Currently is on the front row. But obviously the cars behind are going to improve with the track getting grippier and grippier. Okay, it does look like we have... No, it's not composite, it is skipper. I don't think he's in the way of them. Right, okay, so Bogorovsky now coming into the final chicane. Left-hander, ease it out onto the throttle, flat out DRS open, and comes across with a 43.311. So does indeed improve on his time. So Johnny crosses the line, does not improve on his time, or improves on his time but not on position. Pit key with a 42.598. That is absolutely stonker of a lap. Right, Connor is 44.6. I don't think he's on a lap now because he has used his DRS. So who is going to be next on a lap? So Jack is coming round the back here. We have a Ferrari, is that Piney? No, it was Ralph. So Ralph just about to cross the line now. He's got a McLaren just behind him. McLaren of Riker looking to improve on his time if he can. Ralph fourth with 43.232. Doesn't look like Riker. No, he's up to 9th position. So he'll be looking at dropping off and going on another run. Jack now just about ready to start. No, he aborts and comes into the pits. I'm not sure why Jack did that. 0 laps on. But yeah, into the pits. Right, do we have anybody else who is on a lap at the moment? Skipper. I think he's going to be coming in as well. Looking at his fuel flashing. If not, he's not going to make it all the way round. Composite. Not sure what happened to Composite there, but he's finally getting back on the track, minus a front wing. But should hopefully have enough time to make it back to the pits, get that changed, fresh set of tyres on, and go again. Want to improve with that 46.515. But at the front, Pipke with that 42.598. Brother Adam and NLG Rush also slipping in there, but I did not see, with a 43.205 and a 43.211. So very, very close. If you took Pipke out of the equation, we're pretty close in that top group. But Pipke currently, what, 6/10 ahead, and showing everyone how it's done. Has been pretty much one of our qualifying kings this year. Started off as on the front row for the first 4 or 5 races, I think. Didn't have the last few races, his sort of best qualification, and but made his way back in the fields, picked up some valuable points, which obviously has kept him in the championship fight with Kazingle and Johnny. Okay, Pombert, are you on a lap, sir? We've got a yellow just ahead. I think that's just through slow moving traffic. So it looks like we have Pombeer, Skipper, and is that the Cats is also on track? Got a Ferrari out there, but I think that might be, yeah, it's Piney on an outlap. Johnny is on an outlap as well. So Johnny bucking the trend and bolting before his teammates can use his toe there. Although there is a Red Bull that's come out just behind him. I think that's Summers. Jack also on an outlap, looking to improve on 9th place, 43.8. I know Jack's quite good round here, to be honest. I had quite a many lap battle with Kazingle a good few seasons back around Spa-Francorchamps, and he is puts the car in all the right places, so he's not easy to race at all, and does have a really good speed here, so I'd expect him to be there or thereabouts. Okay, first one out I think was Johnny, wasn't it? So Johnny currently in 7th. We'll want to look at improve on that if he can. So only Lacatsis is out on is he on a lap? No, he's on an in lap, so we'll want to look at improving on that. Right, okay, let's go back to Johnny. We'll jump on board with him for a bit. Down into La Source. Yeah, nice and tidy through there. Onto the throttle easy and quickly. And so you need to get good traction there and get the throttle as quick as you can to carry the speed all the way down the hill through Eau Rouge, up through Radion, and then along this big long straight into Lacoon. So one small twitch can lose you so much time here. We're just a bit wide, missed the inside apex slightly there, but not too bad. Keeps the revs up rather than changing gear. Down here again, this one's so difficult to pick your braking point because there are sort of two braking points. You can either come in early and keep it tight, or come in a little bit hot and try and square the corner off. But Johnny now heading down. The end of sector 2. Oh, I missed it at the end of sector 1, so we'll keep it on to do 0.173. So he's down currently on his time, so I'm not looking at improving on that 7th position, unless of course he has a lot of time to make up in this 3rd sector. We will see as he comes across the line in a moment. I say the qualifying, or the checkered flag is out, and Johnny does not improve on him there. Summers 43.8, can he improve and leapfrog above Johnny? And he does, up into 5th position. Bogorovsky, where is he? And Jack has finished 43.3, so did improve in time, but only managed to jump up 1 position. Bog now coming into the final chicane, see if he can snatch pole position. Needs a 42.598 or a 43.1 really to get onto the front row of the grid. He does not improve on his time there. Okay, who else do we have? Brother Adam did not improve on his time. Then we've got Rush and Ralph. And I'll take a jump back to it. Looks like Riker could be the last one to set a time. But Ralph now crosses the line and does improve 43.0 onto the front row of the grid. Cracking lap there by Ralph. Good to see him up the front end again. Hasn't been for a few seasons. I think just getting everything sort of right. But yeah, quality there. And Riker is into the pits. So that is our grid today. So Pip Key taking another pole position this season, but being joined by, well, certainly a different face. Ralph actually putting his Ferrari into 2nd place. Brother Adam in 3rd and NLD Rush in 5th. Johnny with some making up to do, qualifying in 9th position, but his championship rival just ahead of him in 8th. So it should be very interesting, I think, going into the main race. Okay, so let's have a look at the grid. So Pipke on pole position with Ralph Albers in 2nd, Brother Adam in 3rd, NLD Rush 4th. 5th is Summer, 6th is Barry Bogarowski, 7th is Pombear, 8th is Kazingle, 9th Johnny, in 10th Andre, 11th Riker, 12th Piney, in 13th Harriet Connor, 14th Nathan, 15th Skipper, 16th Calais, 17th Lacatsis, and last but by no means least is Composite. Okay, so just waiting for everybody to pick their setup. Looks like it is going to be a dry race as well, so no interruptions from the clouds. So we do see some clouds up in the sky up there, looking a little bit grey, but I don't think they are going to hit us. Whilst we're waiting for this, we'll have a quick look at the constructors. Obviously, Haas leading the way with 166 points. Their drivers, Bogarowski and Kazingle, putting them into 1st position. Red Bull currently in 2nd, 161 points. Then the Racing Bulls in 3rd position, 159 points. Obviously, the Racing Bulls defending champions from last year, with the same 2 drivers, Havoc Connor and J5 Gaming. McLaren in 4th on 97 points. And we've got Cadillac with 77 points. Actually moved up a place last week. Ferrari in 6th, Aston Martin 7th, Mercedes 8th, 9th, Alpine, Sauber in 10th, and as a Williams right rock bottom there without a point to their name. So I'm hoping that Calais can do something about that tonight. Be good to just see a 1 appear next to that Williams, if nothing else. So that's your challenge for tonight. Right, okay, we are off on our formation lap. We'll get the spectator menu up and have a look just to see what tyres everybody has gone for. And pretty much everybody on mediums other than Riker and Piney in 11th and 12th, and Nathan in 14th has opted to go for the soft tyres. I don't think they're going to last too long round here, so he will be looking at jumping onto those hards pretty early. But then he's obviously got to take those 22, or well, races 22 laps, depends how far he goes on, but 18, 19 laps is a hell of a long way on the set hards. Okay. But yeah, good qualifying from Ralph there, as I haven't seen him up on the front row of the grid for a long time. Excuse me, just having a drink there. Bogarowski and Johnny have been disqualified, so they will start. It'll be reset to the grid, so we'll have cold tyres to start with and start, I think it's a metre or so back as well. So it won't be great for them going down into turn number 1, although it is a short run, so speeds aren't very high, but collisions are common and pretty much expected, to be honest, certainly on the opening lap. So there's a few pinch points here where I think we could see some incidents happen, but we might be pleasantly surprised and do not see them. Right, so Ralph coming around. Composite will be the last to take his place. It's coming around Blanchimont now. Here we go. Sauber just taking its position on the 9th row of the grid. Couple of disqualifications for missing their grid slot. Obviously they will still be taking part in the race. But Pipke lined up on pole position, just pointing himself ever so slightly to the outside. So we'll see if he actually gets away and goes in that direction. Obviously trying to cut off Ralph and open up that corner a little bit. But here we go. 3 red light, 4, 5. The lights are out and off we go. Let's have a proper look here. Oh, and unfortunately there we have, it looks like a Red Bull that is round. So not a great start there. We have somebody pretty much damaged already. I'll bring the table back up so we can see. So it does look like, I thought it was a Red Bull at the back. It must be, oh yeah, it was Summers. So yeah, defending champion Summers not having a great start there, starting, where was he, 8th, I think, just ahead of Johnny, but now finding himself down in 18th position, so it'll be a long afternoon for him. But Pipke stays in the lead, Piney going offline, losing a couple of positions there. So now has Summers past him, and Summers is up, so Piney to the back of the field. Let's have a quick look at position changes. So biggest gain, my God, Calais up 6 positions into 10th position. Got Connor up 4 to 9th as well. Riker up 3 to 8th. Kasingo up 1. Johnny up 3 positions. And Bogorowski up 1 as well. Top 4 keeping their positions. Pombear, the biggest, or one of the biggest losers, losing 4 positions. Andre 5 positions. D Summers 12 positions, tumbling down to 17th position. So Pombear and Riker exchanging positions there. Riker into the pit, so I'm assuming that he has a little bit of damage. Okay, let's get back to the front here. We have a front 7 that have broken away hugely. I believe it was down, so we have a yellow, where do we have a yellow flag? That's not Andre. Is that a safety car? Is the safety car out? It's not telling me it's a full safety car. I think it's a blooming safety car. So after lap number 2, we've got our first safety car. Looks like Piney Penguin was the cause of that. Perhaps losing it at, well, I'm not quite sure where, to be honest with you. It's but the safety car will be picked up shortly. Andre driving past it. Pipke will be the first. I can't see anybody coming in and changing tyres quite this early. But first safety car hadn't completed 2 laps. It's actually a bit better than I expected. I thought it was going to happen at the first turn. So So just waiting for Pipke to come round and he will pick up the safety car. Obviously, let's give people a chance at the back, certainly like Summers, to close that gap back up. That 7 seconds, or sorry, the 4.5 second gap that was there between 7th and 8th has now disappeared. So the front 7 will need to do it all again. Easily done, Piney. Just reading in the chat, he's got major wing damage and then lost it on one of the fast corners. He got on the gravel, forgetting he had no wing. Yeah, I understand. I also understand about turn 1. It is very much a pinpoint. It's not so much brake checking, it's just everyone being overly cautious because they know it's all going to concertina up and something's going to happen. So it's just one of those corners, unfortunately. You have to just be uber aware and then just pray that you get through. I think I've managed it about once in 10 races, surviving turn 1 without any damage or something happening. But it is what it is. So we move on for get yourself ready for next week, Piney. To try to remember where next week's race is actually. I think it's Qatar, so I will have a check at that a little bit later. But yeah, I think Qatar is our next race. But anyway, back to tonight. Just gonna have a look to see how many warnings people have, if I can get that up on my screen. Okay, so Pipkey none, Ralph none, Brother Adam does have 1 warning. Then we are down into 8th position. Pop Bear picking up 3 warnings but no penalty, so I'm assuming one of those was potentially a collision rather than a corner cut. But yeah, we've got a few actually on 3 warnings but no penalties given yet. So yeah, I'm going to imagine some of those were for just nudging into each other. Right, is the safety car coming in this lap? It can sometimes be very, very late. Doesn't look like it under this circumstances. So the end of sector 2 was back there, which is where you would normally expect it to come, but I have found it coming very, very late. Yeah, Piney just saying he practiced so much for this as well. It's unfortunate, and especially being one of your best tracks. Yes, it's a bugger when it happens, mate. But we've all been there. Qatar next week, you won't be seeing it. Obviously, don't like Qatar. Fair enough. It's not everybody's cup of tea. But yeah, don't repeat off, mate. At the end of the day, it's you know, it is what it is. Let's say it's happened to the best. So, okay, back to the race. So let's have a quick look at the tyres again, just to see who's on, who's stopped so far. So we've got the bottom group have stopped. We'll see whether that's down to damage. Kazingo as well in, no set going into 12th position has stopped though. Connor, Riker, Summers obviously down to the damage. But yeah, 3-lap old mediums. We've still got a long way to go on these. Probably going to be looking at taking them to about half distance if you can. I don't know if you're going to be able to take them further. I haven't played this game for a while, so I don't know how far you can stretch the mediums, whether you can then jump onto softs. But I think it's more likely to be a medium to hard. Piney saying he will be back for the last couple, so obviously likes Abu Dhabi and Brazil, and he's gonna be, or you can have a wheel. Oh, well, we expect you to be right at the front then, Piney. That's your challenge, mate. I want to see you in the top 5 in Brazil. I'll give you to Brazil. There you go. Right, so safety car is going to come in on this lap. Pipkey is the de facto pace car and will go when he decides to. We'll just jump with Ralph because we can see as to whether he's going to get a jump ahead. Right, so where is he going to go? There's 2 places you can really go, either a little bit early, a little bit further back from where he was now, and try and get the field, take him sort of unawares, or out of this final corner, which is pretty much the normal to go, which is where Pipkey has. But these 2 have got to jump. Brother Adam was caught napping there. already 1.3 seconds behind, so he's already out of DRS after, well, probably 100 yards, to be honest with you. But Ralph and Pippi will be more than happy with that. So anything happening further back, can't see anybody looking at making any moves. Certainly no side-by-sides going through Eau Rouge, which is always yeah, always a bit dangerous. But Pipki continues in the lead, so we are on lap number 5 now. Still 18, including the one that we are on to go, so a long way to go. Anything can happen in this. Bogarovsky and NLD Rush exchanging positions there. Looks like Bog making his way up into 4th position and not far off of that podium as well. So Bog, I know as well, actually, I think this is one track he does like. So he's had some good results here, certainly a decent win in pre-season a few years back. But I think he always has a fairly strong showing here. So he's now looking to get onto the back of Brother Adam and see if he can just close in onto the front 2. And he can use their DRS to sort of suck him around for a bit whilst he just lightens up on his DRS usage. Okay, so Pipki and Ralph maintaining that gap just ahead to Brother Adam, but Bog is all over the back of Brother Adam now. He has pulled out nearly a second on, well, has pulled out second on NLD Rush now, so he will not be within the DRS zone, but Bog will be. And has enabled it and has opened it, and will look to go for a move down the right hand side of NLD Rush here. Or even Brother Adam even, sorry, people completely mix up. And Bogarovsky up into 3rd position, so final place of the podium, but he'll now be looking at trying to hunt down Ralph if he can. 1.1 seconds up the road. Looking at Bog's pace at the moment, he seems to be the man on the move. Right, let's get rid of all of that and just have the classifications up. Okay, the field seems to have been pretty well behaved since the restart. Other than Bogarovsky, I've not seen many people attempting to or making any moves. So Johnny now looking to close in on Brother Adam, and Bog is within that 1 second of Ralph now. So if he can pull in this, get himself past, perhaps himself and Pipki can work together and try and pull away. But Pipki with the fastest lap straight away, beaten by Bogarovsky there. Connor picking up the first penalty of the day. So not having his best of times at the moment. Right, what's happened with Composite? Is he just losing positions or has he gone off track? So I think he might have just lost a position to Kazingle. Brother Adam now has been overtaken by J5 Gaming as well. So Johnny will look at trying to stretch that gap, use some of his ERS and close up to the back of Bogarovsky, who is right on the back of Ralph, who is right on the back of Pipki. That has closed up as well. That was just over a second not long ago. Looks like Ralph has put it in another gear and just perhaps not conserving his tyres quite as much as he was. Got just round about that second mark. Everybody else, the closest we got further back is Jack, now looking to put some pressure onto Skipper, and does indeed make that pass. So Jack up into 9th position, 1.3 seconds ahead to Calais, who is in a fabulous 8th position. I do hope he stays there and picks up, as I say, those debut points that Williams need in this championship so dearly. Here we go, front 3 are separated by about just over a second and a half. But if they keep battling, it will give Johnny a chance to catch up. Riker making the move there on Lecatsis. Nathan looking like he wants to make that move as well, but not up through Eau Rouge and Radion. That is not the best idea. Obviously both of them will get DRS now. Nathan has opened his ERS, and does he take that pole position? No, Lecatsis keeps it around the outside, so well within his rights to do, but does cut the corner a little bit there and pick up the second time penalty for his troubles. So not the outcome he would have been looking for. Summers recovering back to 11th position, so nearly into the points. Missed that. Jack is past Calais already and pulled away 1.2 seconds. Calais going to be coming under pressure soon from Skipper. Andre picking up a time penalty as well. Let's jump back to the front and keep an eye on this group here. So Ralph doing really well so far, staying within that 1 second of pit here, so really good qualification from him. Seems to have been struggling a bit this season. I'm not sure whether it's time allowance or for us older gentlemen, whether it's down to health. Pitke comes into the pits, so he is the first to get rid of those tyres. What tyres is he going to go for? Let's find out. So Pitke goes on to the hard tyres, so he'll be looking at taking those 13 laps to the end of the race. Obviously probably a bit too much to stretch those mediums, losing too much time. So we're looking to try and get an undercut. Not that he had anyone to pass, but just to try and gain an extra couple of seconds. So Bogorovsky now takes the lead from Ralph Albers. So Haas looking strong again today, currently in 1st and 6th position. But we're not even halfway yet, so anything can change. Johnny is closing in on this group ahead as well, 1.2 seconds behind. Brother Adam now dropping off, just 1.7 seconds behind. I think he might just be struggling a bit with those tyres. But there's a 4-second gap behind him, so nothing really to worry about at the moment. Certainly not coming under any pressure, but who is coming under pressure is Pombert. Kazingle is now all over the back of him. Pombert picking up a time penalty there for his troubles as well. But Jack will want this 5th place, and then he'll see what he can do about that 4.5 second gap to brother Adam. Closing. Is he going to go for a late break into the final chicane? Looks like he's lining it up, but he thinks better of it. Just drops back a bit. Pombert comes into the pit, so that is cleared anyway, but he will get the benefit of DRS for this straight. So Kazingle up into 5th position. We have Bogorovsky into the pits along with Johnny and Ralph. So the front trio have now pulled the pin and come into the pits. Where are they going to come out with regards to Pitke? Literally just behind. So Bogorovsky into what is 2nd position overall. They will need to get some warmth into those hard tyres though, so Pitke really needs to look at trying to make a move now on Andre, otherwise he's going to get bunched up, and the likes of Bogorovsky, Ralph and Johnny are going to be all over the back of him before he knows it. Quickly, just 14.5 seconds off of the lead. So looking about, was it 22 seconds for a pit stop? 19 to 22 seconds. So he's going to come out. He's going to find himself dropping down quite a bit, to be honest with you. But saying that, Jack in second place on those hards, which will be much better than the 9 lap old medium ahead. Doesn't seem to be making any inroads into that time. Just saying that there's 2 seconds gone, and Brother Adam now into the pits because Ingle picking up fastest lap of the race, even though, as I said, he wasn't making any inroads. Right, okay, so who else? Composite into the pits. Riker into the pits, and Brother Adam finally coming into the pits, but I think he's going to come out a little bit further back than he'd hoped for. Now going to be behind Johnny. Yeah, about 3 seconds behind Nathan, picking up a time penalty there for multiple warnings as well. So Andre going for a move there. Oh, nice shot above. So we have here Nathan with Pitke directly behind him, Andre directly behind him, Bogorovsky, then we've got Ralph, then we've got Johnny as well. Everybody all fighting from second down to 7th. Jack leading out in front, 12.5 seconds, but has not. Oh, he has made a pit stop, hasn't he? Because he had the early one. But I don't know if he's going to be able to take him another 12 laps to the end of the race. Nice close racing at the front here. Looks like Pitke, oh, he was going to look for the move up the inside of Nathan, but couldn't quite make it. What have we got going on a little bit further back? I thought there was the look of Bogorovsky making a move, but I think it was a little bit further back. Looks like Ralph and got a couple of corner cuttings there. Looks like NLD rush. No, Nathan was trying to get out. Nathan, what's up with Nathan? He's struggling right at the back now. I think he panicked a little bit with everyone behind him, maybe locked up, went wide. Unfortunately, perhaps took Ralph with him. But everybody back in now. So Jack has that 14.5 second lead. Then we have Pitke, who's just about got a 1 second gap on Bogorovsky, now coming through into second position. Literally making the move into Lacombe there, so good overtake from him. Looks like Andre, Andre was looking to make a move back through Bruxelles. Now as we're coming up to Jackie X corner, or is the corner with no name as it used to be called. It looks like Bog has made that move stick now and he's past Andre. Andre also with a penalty as well. So Johnny will be the next to try and make that move. Bog will want to pull away as quick as he can, get onto the back of Pitke. Also his teammate Jack leading the way, 13.7 seconds. So he lost about half a second over a lap and a half, so it's not too huge at the moment, but again, you know, once Jack pits, he is going to drop right the way down, but he will have much better tyres, or he doesn't need to pit again, but I think he's really going to struggle. Jack just needing to be careful as well. Does have a couple of warnings, and we have a safety car out. Hey, full safety car. So we've lost NLD Rush. Let's just see where Calais overtakes him, because that will tell us roughly where he went out. Looks like it was perhaps heading to the final chicane. Yeah, it looks like he's overtaking it there. Now, being fair, Rush struggled on that corner the lap before, so it could well be he might be having some technical issues with his equipment, or it could just be his tyres were so bloody worn out that he couldn't brake. But was only on 3-lap-old hards, so shouldn't really have had an issue with that. But safety car is out. It will give Jack a chance of a free pit stop, though. He can come in, put a nice fresh set of mediums on if he has them, and they will easily take him to the end of the race, and he will keep his lead. 17.5 seconds ahead as we stand. Pitke and Bogarovsky, so 4 and 3 laps respectively on those tyres. Again, they don't need to pit. Andre will probably benefit a bit from it. Depends who comes in as well, obviously. You can always make this gamble that, oh, well, if I come in, I'm going to be 6 seconds behind them. But then if they come in as well, it negates it completely. But we will find out very, very shortly. But Jack is into the pits. Sensible decision, get rid of those hard tyres. But this could have just played right into Jack's hand. Let's see what tyres he is going to go on to. I'd like to have looked, but it will not tell me. He's under a fresh set of mediums, and he does indeed keep the lead. Pitke does stay out, Bog stays out. The only thing you can really do, to be honest with you, Andre obviously had to pit. He wouldn't have made it to the end on those tyres, but can he stay ahead of his teammate Riker coming round the final corner now? Doesn't make it. So we have McLaren's in 8th and 9th, Andre ahead of Riker. Nathan in 11th place. Summers pitted and he's come out in 10th position. So using those mediums, I think he would have used, or only did 1 lap right at the beginning of the race. Unfortunately, a bit of damage. He came in and slapped the hard tyres on, tried to recover, and currently sitting in the points. And obviously with his safety car, he's going to be right on the back of everybody else. So, fastest lap of the race so far, I think it's a Pitke, 47.254. And penalty points, we have 3 for Pombert, 3 for Andre. Then we have 3 for Nathan, 3 for Lacassis, and 6 for Havok Connor. Calais currently at the back in 16th. We've gone downhill a little bit for him there. So that Connor picking up another 3 seconds behind the safety car, picking up another warning and a 3 second time penalty, taking his total now to 9. So safety car not coming in this lap. We're going to have at least one more. So if we do go at the end of this lap, it's going to give us 7 laps of racing. No sign of any weather coming in other than good weather. I don't think we have anything to worry about. So the whole field has now closed up, other than Nathan, but it's not going to be too long. He's just going through Eau Rouge and Radion, and we'll meet these guys pretty much at the end of the Kemmel Straight. So there is no reason we won't get going at the end of this lap. So 15 laps will be completed, leaving us 7 laps to the end of the race. That's obviously unless we get any more safety cars. Okay, so everyone is keeping their tyres warm. Nathan has caught up, so we'll go back to the front, where I'm sure Kazingle will get the notification very, very shortly that that safety car is about to come in. And there we go, his notification safety car is coming in this lap, so we will have 7 laps of green flag racing, hopefully. But then we could have another safety car straight away. Alright, so Jack on those fresh mediums will certainly have the advantage on Pickby and Bogorowski at the restart. And should be able to take these to the end without too much of an issue, to be honest. So here we go, we will be going out of the final corner here. Just here. And off we go. Oh, and we have a spinner further back. Who is that? It's Brother Adam, so not the restart he would have wanted. So after being top 4 or 5, tumbling all the way to the back of the grid now, so 16th position. Got Makatsis and Connor fighting side by side. Looks like Makatsis just settling in behind. That picks up a 3-second time penalty there. If he would make the move up the inside, but probably did the right thing by not. Okay, back to the front. Back to front. That is Bogorowski and Johnny having a little bit of a battle there as well. So I wonder if Johnny went for the move and Bog got it back along the straight. But Bog into that 3rd position. Kazingle is on fire, 1.2, 1.3 second lead already. Only just over halfway round the lap since the jump of the safety car. So a cracking getaway there, 1.6 seconds now. He really is flying, but what he doesn't want to do is burn those tyres out too quickly. Bombay now coming under pressure from Andre, who is coming under pressure. Jeez Louise, those Summers coming steaming in there around the outside. Made it cleanly though, made up a position, and is now up on the heels of Andre, so looking for a 7th position there. A bit closer than I thought it was going to be, but looks like Summers has made the move up the inside now, and does, just snaps in front of Andre there, and also want to make this move on Pombert as quick as he can, but Andre wanting to make that position back as well with a double draft. Oh, bit of contact. Yay. Bit of contact there. I think unfortunately that was one of those, probably more of a racing incident. We're both trying to go for the overtake on the same bit of tarmac, but yeah, it looks like Summers might have some front wing damage now, which he does, going wide there. So it's going to be, well, it's not going to say the end of the race for Summers, but with a front left end plate missing, it's certainly not going to be easy. We'll need to pit, so it's going to put him right away at the back of the grid. So yeah, poor Summers. Yeah, he's not having much luck this year, to be honest with you. You know, he won the championship last year. Hadn't even won a race at DTR going into last season. Picked up a couple of good race victories, but was very, very consistent, which is what gave him the championship win over Johnny. But yeah, just doesn't seem to be having the luck this year. Obviously, with just 3 races left after this. But Jack looking comfortable in front, 2.9 second gap. He's under no pressure whatsoever. Pipke really is only under pressure from Bogorovsky. Then we've got a 1.8 second gap back to Johnny. Ralph still wanting to get a good finish today. 5th position. Looked a lot brighter than that for him for quite a long while, probably until the pit stops, and I think just a bit of bad timing. But here comes Ralph to make the move on Johnny around the inside, and he does, and he takes the Ferrari up into 4th position. Johnny, our championship leader, down into 5th position. But saying that, the way it stands at the moment, Jack will take over the championship lead. Pipke, I think, could overtake Johnny as well in 2 seconds. So Johnny could find himself tumbling down into 3rd position. But so it's very, very close. It'd be lovely if it goes right the way to the end of the season, give us something interesting. Yeah, Jack 4.1, he's gone. So I don't think it's a matter of who's going to win anymore. It really is a matter of who's likely to finish 2nd and who's going to get 4th position. The rest of it's pretty much spread out. We've got Connor in 11th, 2.3 seconds off of the points. Callan down in 15th on the soft tyres now. We'll see if he can put the fastest lap in. Won't get a point, unfortunately, but it's still one for the record books that you had the fastest lap. Oh, the Cats is picking up a 10-second corner cutting penalty there. What on earth happened there? Where is the Cats there? Okay, so Lucazzi is back in the race. So Pipke just keeping that gap to Bog about half a second, sort of concertina in between 0.5 and 0.7. But they're keeping each other absolutely honest here. I think Bog would be more than happy to settle for 3rd position, but obviously would like to get past Pipke, get that 2nd position. A, for personal gain, but B, he's such a team player. He would love to score as many points as he can for the Haas team tonight and extend their championship lead. As it stands, it does look like it's going to be extending anyway. But obviously, if you can get 43 points rather than 40, it's always useful. Right, so lap number 19 coming to an end. We are on to lap 20, meaning we've got 3 laps left. Kazingle could probably get out and push it at this rate and still win. He really has taken control since the safety car restart. Obviously taking advantage of those mediums. And the safety car fell very, very kindly for him. The way it was looking, he was going to potentially have to take a set of hards right the way to the end. So pretty much 20, getting on for 20 laps, which is going to mean they're going to be pretty much at puncher territory, or he was going to have to come in and make another pit stop. Either way, it would have dropped him down the order quite a lot. Skipper there picking up a 10-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Brother Adam making a move there on Nathan. Amazing how quick Brother Adam's actually. Oh, I saw that in the background. It looks like Nathan went for a little move down the inside. Not Nathan, sorry, Pombear went for a little move down the inside of Composite, and there wasn't perhaps quite the room. So unfortunately both of them fishtailing, losing a little bit of time, but luckily still in the race. Right, let's get back to the front here, see if Bog can take second place. They have completely checked out. Ralph is 3.9 behind now. 4 seconds. Johnny is just behind him. So I don't think Johnny's given up on that 4th position. Ralph certainly will not want to give it to him, but I think, you know, certainly the podium is now out of reach unless anyone in front picks up a time penalty. So Jack just needing to be careful. Is on those warnings already. One more will give him a 5-second or a 3-second time penalty. Still put him ahead of Pipkey, but obviously a little bit more under pressure. Always nice to have a buffer. Right, so I can't see any moves looking at being made here. I think they will be more than happy to just settle for the positions that they are in. Brother Adam, however, is going to want to make a move on Havoc. Connor has obviously DRS, and DRS coming down into this corner and makes the move. Connor not overfighting it there, but Connor's up into 9th position, but he has got all load of penalties, so I think he's going to drop down quite a bit. Brother Adam there picking up a penalty after making the overtake, but recovering back into 8th position anyway. Okay, so at the front, Bog he's just keeping it round about the same. Johnny just dropping out of DRS, but getting it back again on Ralph. So these are our 2 battles really, is we're looking at who's going to finish 2nd and who is going to finish 4th. Currently Pipkey and Ralph both looking favourites for those positions. Bog would need to put a bit of pressure on this last lap, as will Johnny, but it could well be they've been saving their DRS or their ERS, sorry. But yeah, Gav at the front down to 3.6 now, so I think Jack has just completely backed off. Doesn't need to push if he doesn't need to. Bog there slightly closer to the back of Pipkey now, sort of within that half second. So is Bog going to go for a late move and take 2nd place on the last lap of the race? Here we are, he's closing. He will be using all of his ERS, which he is. Is he going to be able to make the move? Pipkey shows him the outside. And unfortunately, no move for Bogorowski there. Are we going to get the same with Johnny? Exactly the same, where unfortunately it just needed a little bit more room. A little bit more of a straight and they would have made the overtake. Pombear is the next one who's close, but we're going to jump back to the front here because this is where it is happening. Pipkey and Bogorowski battling away for 2nd position. Skipper picking up fastest lap of the race there, obviously on his fresh softs. Nathan picking up another 3-second time penalty, which we will have a quick look just to see how many penalties there are. The catch is 16 seconds, but I thought penalties. Oh, that is painful. So Brother Adam looking like he will finish in that 8th position with a 3-second penalty. Obviously Connor behind him has got 9. Andre ahead's got 3 as well, so he's not going to make up any time on them. But anyway, let's get to the front. We have Kazingal now coming around up to the chicane for the final time to take victory at Spa. That's a good race from him today. Didn't qualify overly well, but then the safety car fell so well for him, starting on the hard tyres. Pipkey finishing in 2nd place. Bogorowski takes that 3rd position and final place on the podium. Ralph Albert's coming home and picking up his best result of the season in 4th position. Championship leader Johnny in 5th. Then Riker coming home in 6th position. Andre picking up 7th. Brother Adam will cross the line in 8th. Now, Havoc Connor's going to cross the line in 9th, but is he going to keep that position? he's not. Pombear takes 9th. Connor down to 11th, so actually misses out on the points completely, with Composite jumping up into 9th position in the end. We've got Nathan in 12th, Lacatsis in 13th, Calais in 14th, and Skipper will finish 15th position. Calais crossing the line there, but yeah, fantastic win in the end for Kazingal, and a great weekend for the Haas team, taking 1st and 3rd position. So 40 points they will take, which will push them further ahead in the Constructors' Championships. So there we go, Jack standing on the top step of the podium, along with Bogorovsky and Pipke. So 2 of the top 3 scoring big. Johnny having a good recovery into 5th position, considering where he was at one time, so has limited the damage in the championship there. But I'm sure, again, he would have liked to have been higher if at all possible. Okay, so race winner obviously was Kazingal. Then we've got fastest lap going to Skipper. Driver of the day, Nathan. Most overtakes, Composite. And cleanest driver going to Bogorovsky. Okay, and the classified results. Kazingal taking the win. Pipke in 2nd, 3rd place going to Bogorovsky. Then we have Ralph Albers in 4th. J5 Gaming in 5th. In 6th is Riker. 7th goes to Andre. 8th, brother Adam. Good recovery by him in the end. 9th going to Composite, and the last point going to Pombear. Then we have 11th Connor. 12th Nathan. 13th Calais, 14th Lacatsis, 15th Skipper, 16th Summers, 17th NLD Rush, and 18th was Piney Penguin. Obviously, the last 3 not finishing the Grand Prix there, unfortunately. So there we go. Great Grand Prix tonight. Obviously, it was nice to see some close racing at the end. Weren't sure who was going to finish in 2nd position. Obviously, Jack having it in control, but nice to have a battle for 2nd and 4th position right the way down to the final corner. That brings to an end to the Belgian Grand Prix. So round number 9 completed. 3 rounds left to go. We have Qatar, we have Abu Dhabi, and we have Brazil. So starting next week, Wednesday, Division 1, 8 o'clock UK time, you will see Division number 1 around Qatar, and we'll be back at the same time next week for Division number 2. Obviously, if you do fancy joining DTR, the link is in the description below for Discord. Please do join. It would be lovely to see you. But thanks ever so much for listening, everyone. I hope you have enjoyed it. I hope you have a lovely weekend, and I'll see you next week. Take care, everyone.